We're Fallujah,
and this is the Age of Metal.
Hey everybody, this is Stephanie here with the Age of Metal. I'm here right now at State Theater in St. Petersburg, Florida on the Summer Slaughter Tour, and I'm here with Fallujah. So how are you guys doing?
Great.
Solid.
All right, a lot of positivity. I like this. So, Summer Slaughter 2014, just how's it been so far?
It's been a permanent show.
Permanent show.
You leave the show, you get to the next show at 10 a.m. and you didn't know what happened in between. You just keep showing up at shows.
Never-ending show.
Yeah, it's a permanent show every day.
I think like last night was the first real disconnect we had, where we actually got to like, go to the beach, get a hotel, and it was just like, okay, for like a second there, you forget that you're actually on tour, but that was about it.
Yeah, Angie was telling me about your nice hotel and all that.
Hey, we don't do that all the time.
No. I got a Mai.
$70.
It's like once a tour.
I had a Mai Tai, for what it's worth.
I had one too.
We all had Mai Tais. It was fabulous.
That sounds yummy. Did you go to that restaurant I recommended?
Absolutely not. No. Oh wait, the Thai food place?
Yeah.
Because I did. Yes, I did.
I went to it,
yes.
and it
great pad Thai.
kind of made me feel a little weird before the set. But that's
Did you go to the
okay.
right one? Bangkok Thai sushi.
Yes,
Shout
I did.
out. I liked it. Good lunch special.
Shout out.
I haven't tried their lunch special, so.
Nice little egg roll, little bowl of soup.
Oh, that's cute.
Yeah, it is.
I have something serious to say about the tour, I think. We've toured with a lot of these bands before. Like, we know all the members of Decrepit Birth. We've toured with Goat Whore before. John Gallagher was on a Suffo tour with us. But basically, when we go into this tour, I'm sure a lot of bands, like for instance Boreworm, super cool guys, but these are the first time they've met all 70 people in this crew, you know what I mean? But we came in here and we knew most people, which made it super easy. Everybody's super nice to us.
It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun friend time.
Yeah. Sometimes you get on a tour and they just, they're like, make sure you do everything right. They treat you like shit. But here everybody respects each other. It's super awesome. Everything's going smoothly.
I like that. So we were just talking about this is the first Summer Slaughter tour that you've been on, and so far, how you feel like this compares to other tours that you've been on?
It's great. I mean, the consistency in shows, first off, is nice. It's nice to be on a tour that has a moniker, like a name to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's real branded, which is nice because people are repeat customers. Like they'll come back every year, kind of thing.
Trust the Summer Slaughter brand will bring a good show.
Yeah, and it's kind of like one of those tours where it's high responsibility but also high reward. So like you definitely feel like you're working harder on this tour than you do on other ones, and it's like more laborious, but you get so much back out of it, and there's so much more to be gained that it kind of justifies it at the end. It all comes back around full circle. It's pretty cool.
That. So do you guys have a best memory other than the delightful one that we just talked about at the hotel in the Thai
Worst
food?
memory.
Share whatever.
We went on tour with Goat Whore and Hate Eternal, and there was just awesome time where we were driving down Wyoming and we hit black ice and flipped our van. It was so beautiful. Black ice.
Black ice. That was that kind of goes hand in hand with this tour, where we were driving down the highway in the middle of northern Texas outside of Amarillo. Our door fell off and shredded 2 trailer tires in about an hour, roughly. Had to ditch the trailer and buy a brand new one, miss Houston, lose about $3,000, and then make it to the next show. That was awesome. Fabulous.
Man, you could pan to our brand new trailer.
Yeah, brand new.
Beautiful.
It's fabulous.
Shout out to Integrity Motors in Amarillo, Texas. What was his name? Chase?
Son was Slater.
Shout out to the Slater family.
Slater Johnson.
Lots of shout outs.
To the Johnson family, we're sponsored by absolutely everything, so we have to.
Of course.
We have to shout out Pad Thai, shout out Trailer Salesman. That's about it, though.
You guys would be saving a lot of money if you were sponsored by Thai food.
Yeah.
Shit, that would be obscene if we were sponsored by a Thai restaurant.
Oh my god. These actually I'd prefer.
Yeah. Sponsored by Pho or Pad Thai. I'm down.
So good.
Yeah.
There actually is a Vietnamese restaurant right next to the Thai place.
Yeah, I'll go.
Oh shit.
All right. Right after this.
Yeah.
All right. So I just saw you guys live. You were phenomenal. And I noticed that you were playing some of the new material from Flesh Prevails. So what's it like playing your new stuff live?
Actually, it's a lot easier than the last album for some reason. I don't know, maybe just the way the riffs were put together or something like that. It seems like it's not so much riff to riff to riff. It's more like song structure. It's more about the sound, not like how technical it is. So it's actually kind of easier to play and more fun to play, which is weird. Usually it's like the new stuff is like the craziest new stuff and it's hard. And
yeah, once we had it dialed in, it was like totally good.
Yes.
Like totally there. And I mean, we're stressing at first to get it tight, but I think it's there even. I think some of the old songs are still harder to play than, like, say, Sapphire, for example.
Interesting.
Singing the old songs is for sure harder.
Nice.
Yeah.
All right. And I know so many people have been saying that Flesh Prevails is your best work by far. Do you agree with that? Or any other comments on that?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
I was like 19 when we were working on those riffs and Harvest Wombs. We're 22, 23 now. You know, we've been on tour for like 4 years. We've met bands. We've listened to different new music, gotten better at instruments, learned things about our instruments. It's totally way better, in my opinion. Right. Of course, there's still going to be fans that think Harvest Wombs are cooler, more death metal. That's all right. That's okay. That's why we have that album still.
As long as people are talking, yeah, like it or don't like it, just talk about it.
The old albums are not disappearing. They will always be there for you to listen to.
Right, but they also play material that's a lot easier to play live, so...
Yeah, that's true.
All right, and or at least with the Flesh Prevails, I feel like you guys use a lot more raw emotion and technicality. I mean, I don't know if you guys agree with this, but how did you write this album in comparison to your previous albums?
Focused on melody, I think, more than anything. Like the hook, the catch, you know what I mean? Just like the super ethereal progressions. And then once you got the progression, then you could make it a riff or make it a chuggy part or something. But we always did the progression first and the melody and then built from that. Like, for instance, Sapphire, the intro riff was written first, and everything was written around that. Okay. Exactly.
It's kind of one of those things where, like, you don't really write it in terms of, at least the way we don't really write it in terms of, like, is it brutal enough, or is it technical enough, or is it heavy enough? It's kind of like, we ask ourselves the question, like, oh, does it make you, like, feel a certain way? Like, what emotions is it, like, evoking? It's like, you're, like, digging out emotions with the songs, and so I feel like I don't know, the whole album feels a lot different than the last one. Even the melodic parts on the last album don't really sound like the melodic parts in the new one, so I think there's a much more, like, wide array of emotions, but the songs are more focused in and of themselves.
Okay, nice. And, I feel like this album, like especially what you've been saying, has a lot of versatility. Do you agree with that? And if so, what's the importance of a lot of versatility?
What is the importance of versatility? Just because it's death metal, and if you have 9 tracks of just only riffs, that's really boring. I don't know. So you have like the first 2 tracks that are like super epic, and then all of a sudden it chills out, and then it goes back up. It's like we actually arranged the songs super specifically to have like climaxes in the middle of the album and like a huge climax at the end, and then it kind of, you know, it's all for a reason. So the versatility, I guess, like the clean parts and then maybe the electronic parts, are all supposed to like balance it out so you could like listen to it a billion times and not get tired of it.
Also, like, there's a crossover appeal too. You know what I mean? Like, the death metal fan base will be there. Yeah. At least I would hope so. But I would like to, you know, have an album that can also like tour with like different metal bands. You know what I mean? Like, maybe we could tour with bands like Opeth or something, or, you know, the more progressive bands, but then also tour with like the old school guys too, you know?
Right,
so
like
that crossover appeal, yeah.
And I know you guys have been teasing touring plans after this. Is there anything that you guys can tell us?
We got a West Coast run that's coming together. Info will be out soon on that. And then we're also going back to Europe with Dying Fetus and Goat Whore in wintertime, in November and December.
Oh, nice.
Hitting a ton of new European territory, so we're super stoked for that.
Hell yeah. And I know that we've been talking about how you guys are improving and changing your styles. Do you feel like you guys keep improving as a band with every album?
Yeah, most definitely. I mean, I think that's part of our goal,
right.
You know?
Sick.
You never want to get worse.
That's true.
Our practice regimen is very, like, not disorganized anymore. Everybody knows what to do. Everybody knows. No one's in stupid town. I don't know how to describe it. You know what I mean? There's sometimes you have members that are just like lollygaggling or not know what they're doing, but our whole lineup, everybody knows exactly what they're supposed to do, and they all go home and practice, and everybody does the right thing and shows up to practice, and you know, it's cool. Yeah, everybody cares a lot.
That's good. And here's the last question: do you guys have a message for the fans or anything?
What?
A message for the fans.
Definitely pick up the new album. We worked really hard on it.
Many long nights.
Indeed.
Lots of coffee.
Lord of the Rings on repeat for 45 hours at a time.
That's a good promo for it. Lord of the Rings.
Yeah.
If this is going to go up before the end of the tour, come out to one of the dates. Come say hi. Buy the CD at the merch table. Say what's up. We'll be around. So.
Awesome. And everybody, that was Fallujah. Like they said, the Flesh Prevails was just released, and they're doing a lot of awesome touring for the rest of the year. So check out that and stay metal.